Whoa, it's so dark in here. Hello, hello, friends. I'm going to check the camera really quick before it annoys everyone. Camera control focus is off. Autofocus is off, so great stuff. So, hope you guys are doing well today. Today we're going to be going over an Slayer on Eden from Vortex's point of view. If you guys remember Vortex, he sent one in before the tournaments. It was a Coliseum Slayer, if I remember correctly. Either that or CTF. I think it was Slayer though. But anyway, he's in a Slayer on Eden, and this one is from the UGC tournament last weekend. Yeah, like 8 days ago, in a game versus Most Wanted. And I'm extremely excited to do this. You know, it started off with just like, hey, would you like to review the scrim? And now like, hey, would you like to review this tournament gameplay? I don't know where in the tournament it was at. I believe it'd be in the losers bracket semifinals or finals or something. Maybe in the winners bracket. I don't know. But anyway, I'm extremely excited to do his gameplay. Before we get started with this, for those of you, no, Fox Kill has got me. So today, basically, all of the games that have been sent to me have gotten purged by Halo Waypoint, which means that I can't download them anymore. It just won't let me download them. You can still see the match history, but can't download them. So I can't go over them anymore. That means that there is opposite of excess. There's not many gameplays that have been sent in that I can review. So if you would like to get your gameplay reviewed on Wednesday, because today we're going to be doing a double feature with Vortex and Foxkiller, if you'd like your gameplay reviewed on Wednesday, make sure to submit now, today, tomorrow, and I'll be able to go over on Wednesday. I'm extremely sure this is the only gameplay that I could go over that was sent in within the past like week. That's really bad, right, guys? I seriously, really, if you guys want me to continue doing these, I know a lot of people come in and say like how much they enjoy them. If you enjoy them, please submit. I really need like a plethora of games to go over. Really do, guys. So, with that said, I have one more thing. Sorry for no reviews last week. I meant to do some, but Halo Waypoint was shitting out on me. The account RyaNoob Nerds, my main account that I've been using it, when I tried to download games, it said, sorry, there was an error, and I couldn't figure out how to get around the error. Until today, I used a different account, signed into, why would that work? But anyway, signed into a different account, and figured out how to fix it. So we're all good to go. And nothing in the chat besides the not muted. Made sure to not mute myself, or to unmute myself before I started this. So let's get going. Oh yeah, so again, what's going on? I'm not hitting a... Is this a thing? What? Alright. Whenever I go over scrims, like whenever I go over not matchmaking, I tend to not only focus on the player, but also on the team. So I'll mainly be focusing on the player in this game, but also like I'm going to be looking around and talking about like what his team could do to support him. Like if his team did this was a good play, yada yada yada, you know. But except it's going to be a lot more efficient because I'm going to be able to go over his gameplay specifically, like with his teams. Is that how you get rockets in this game? You know, I am always a catwalk person. Like I always go up here. I've never watched someone go for rockets. Is that how you get rockets in this game? Like you're just faster than everyone else, so you just go there? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. This is a rocket. Who cares? Stayed alive. The main goal of that play right there was to stay alive, and it's a good thing. Woohoo! Stays alive again. It's a good rocket. I'm not sure about the thrust forward, because 2 players died. His teammate got the one on red bend, and you got the other one. So I'm not quite sure if the thrust forward there is necessary. You need to be like helping out your teammate quick. I know you're scared for your mind, scared for your life, but it's still not 100% sure on that play. Alright, so here your teammate's dead. Alright, this is something I'm going to set my controller down really quick because this is really important. Your teammate's dead. Your team has absolutely no control. Richie's over there. Jake's over there. Any kill that you get right now, matters not at all. It doesn't matter in any sense of the way. You know, it's it's not good. This is not good. So if you get this kill, what happens? You start running to tower, right? But your team's not going to be able to help you because one's dead, the other one's going to die quickly, and they're just going to be able to collapse on you in tower. So while it's okay to like clear out red, you should probably be taking this slower and waiting for your team to respawn. I really hate the idea of waiting for your team to respawn, but this is like the one instance where I'll say that that's exactly what you should do here. You should be like crouching on a corner, just like hiding SMG, but you shouldn't be getting into any battles. Not saying it's bad that you're going to get into this battle, but if you do get this kill here, it doesn't matter at all. Wow, and 57 got a kill, or 15, yeah, whatever. That guy, Jake, got a kill? That's crazy. Alright, so, yeah, you should know that the last two players were trying to kill Jake. The players are going to spawn blue plat because you're here, your teammates are there. They shouldn't spawn inside red. So you getting to red tower here is very important. That's exactly what you do. Now, you know, and this is what I was talking about before the stream, based on like where your teammate just died, you know where they can be. Not where they're at. As we see right now, they aren't in tower, but they could 100% be jumping into tower right here or jumping catwalk. So this play to sit around this area is really a strong game, like strong play style. You like clear out all the angles, doing whatever it is. Your teammate dies though. So before this push starts, your teammate dies and your other teammate's coming off spawn. So this push is, wait, someone tweeted at me like a bunch of words to use. This play is not going to be easy, all right? I was going to say scary again. But this play is not going to be very easy. So you get one kill, you're out of rockets. Being able to push into this base is just not going to happen. Whatever, man. Do I even really deserve to do this? Like, why do you guys watch this? Like, whatever. We're just gonna watch. Alright, rockets are up in 20 seconds. This is a problem that I've had throughout my gameplay as well. Not just about Frank's gameplay, like other people's gameplay. Like looking at his, I can stop and say it's 10:22, rockets are coming up. This is a problem that I've had in my gameplay where I'll just get into a battle that I don't need to get into before rockets are coming up. So any death right now just gives up rockets. So you have to play to not die for the next 10 seconds. And then right before rockets are coming up, that's when you start making moves. I mean, I hate using the Hydra from this range. I don't know about this, but whatever. It's a stylistic gameplay. You're just like not helping your team though. Teammate goes down red nest. I'm sure you could have like battled people in turbine and then helped red nest. Alright, so your teammate's flanking and you don't want to help fast, but your other teammate's dead. Like this is. Alright, before I continue on with my thoughts, I was like semi-trolling back then. You guys are typing serious responses to like me. Like, obviously I was talking about how that play shouldn't have worked, and you guys know that play shouldn't have worked. It's funny that it worked. Alright, but anyway. So again, like these pushes have been really bad from your team. You're pushing a blue alley where you get a double kill that you shouldn't have. The idea that you didn't help this guy red fan, so your teammate red nest died. And then your teammate's pushing blue stairs right here while one person was like already dead, so you guys aren't going to be able to fight for these rockets. But you as a team aren't understanding that you guys aren't going to be able to fight for these rockets. Now I'm sure you're going to try and desperate them, and desperating them isn't that bad of a play because sure, you're probably going to win this fight like 25% of the time, maybe 10% of the time. But if you do win the fight, like if you do something special, like you did in that blue alley, then the reward is you get fucking rockets and setup, right? So I understand the want, the desperate here, but this play just isn't gonna work out most of the time, and you're just lucky to survive. So what? So you guys like. I like how you guys wanted to get you wanted to give up rockets. You didn't fight too long. You didn't desperate them like too hard, but you also like pressured. Not quite sure about like using Hydra so much. But again, like that's a stylistic gameplay where I'm not gonna critique too much because I'm not sure how strong the Hydra is, and like obviously you like it. Oh my god. I wonder. Hold on. I wonder if Frank and Vortex checked this corner because of this, of hearing him. Let's see. I don't know if anybody else heard it, and I know it's going to be harder on stream, but just tell me if you guys hear this. Alright? Tell me if you hear this. You hear that? Did you guys hear that? And I think Vortex heard that, and that's why he checks this corner so hard. He doesn't like soft check it where he like kind of looks, but he's also afraid of them coming catwalk. He just hard checks it, and that's really good. Just recognition, like understanding. Like I hope he heard that, and I'm not just like bubbling over nothing, rambling over nothing. But then it's just a rocket guy, so whatever. Oh no! Oh no! No, it was him like jumping and landing. That's what you guys heard. Like his feet hitting the ground. So I could talk about that play going sneaky to Turbine, but it honestly wasn't too important for the game. I'm sure he could have played it a little bit better, but at the same time it's like he got caught in a spot that he didn't want to get caught in. Him throwing those grenades, the grenades spawn right here, so those are basically free grenades. Good stuff by him. Ooh. Again, good recognition. If a third teammate was coming to tower with him, then he'd want to jump up and fight. But because it is only him and Noel coming towards tower, him sitting back like this is really good. But he's just gonna get... Oh! The rocket didn't kill him. Who's Troy? Gary Cowbone. Asteroid. He like sneaks into tower, wants to flank this guy, but is also in like such a good position that he doesn't want to flank that guy. Now get up. He could have escaped there for sure. Him not escaping there is actually a really bad death because he could have been able to hold tower, and then like Troy, this guy wouldn't be making this play towards tower. Even though that Noel's there to fill up his spot, Troy wouldn't be able to be this confident. And then with that, rockets are coming up in 10 seconds, so that death was, even though like it looked like an okay death, like he got double teamed, whatever, it was actually a really bad death because he could have stayed alive and then secured these rockets. But now it's going to be a hard fight for these rockets. Now it's going to be an impossible fight for these rockets. I really hope I don't see him go for it unless they find somewhere to pick. Good, they're letting this go. And this is a really big tournament setting, so I'm glad he's able to like come to this understanding. Good fight there. And look, his teammates let them get rockets, but secured map control. Actually, let's watch this from a third-person point of view. Let's wait for him to spawn. So, rockets are up in 10 seconds. His teammate dies. His other teammate goes into red. His teammate stays in blue. Let's see where the third guy spawns. Third guy spawns red alley. So they let them get rockets, but get snipe spawn control. Red nest, I believe, or they just both go behind him red bin, and then flank him because of that. Is there anyone inside tower? Like, where's the other guy at? There's one, two. But anyway, like that was just such a strong play. And then Frank just wins the 1v1. I'm not sure if he should have been able to win that, but like the idea that they let them get rockets and then pushed in because they had like height advantage, you know, like cover as well, as just, I love it. I love it. Wow, someone's goosed right now. Oh, look at that! Did you guys see that vac right there? You just wall hacked him. Like literally like turns around and stares at him through the wall. You know why? Because he heard the thrust coming off spawn, so he wants to get into this fight. He wants to find him. He knows he's somewhere around here, but doesn't know exactly where. Then clears out blue base. Once look, he's like soft checking corners. He knows there's someone that could be around here because he spawned, and then hears shots and gets into that fight. Oh my god. This is prime like strong player right here. Right? You can just like see the good mechanics coming out from Vortex here. And that's why he got like a good placing at this tournament. That's why he's playing against Most Wanted right here. You taking any more gameplay today? No, but I'm gonna be taking gameplay for tomorrow, guys. So if you or Wednesday. So if you wanna get a review submitted for tomorrow, that'd be great. Good work there. I mean, so far he's playing pretty standard, but he's also playing well for playing standard. And I love the ability to talk about this. I love this game type, honestly. This game type is so strategical. It seems like it's really like you stand off and hope you win, but it's honestly like probably the most strategical game in this series, like in this entire Halo. Maybe I'm wrong. I know a lot of people hate it, but I enjoy it. I think you should have let that guy go a little bit. Alright, so let's talk about this push as they win it. But anyway, let's talk about this push, and I would like to include you guys, but I'm not sure how to do it, like how to include the chat, because this is mostly an open-ended question. You guys can think for yourself about why like this kill should have been left by Vortex and his teammate. But we're gonna watch this push again. So he kind of clears out Turbine with that little push in a blue sneaky. Sees them coming alley, right? So his team starts getting into trouble here, but they get one kill. So him and his teammate are still blue bend, right? Richie comes back out. Once you find that guy and he starts running away right there, you can thrust and go into blue and secure this win for your team at blue plat. But because you thrust back because you want to do something about this guy, and this guy matters not at all. Right? What's the big deal if he stays alive? He's either bottom blue stairs, bottom blue sneaky, or going into turbine, which doesn't matter at all. But these guys blue plat, if they get kills, oh goodness, you just start losing, right? So that's like, because he stared at that guy for so long, it was, fuck, I really want to have a better word. Like that one guy tweeted at me like a bunch of different adjectives I could use besides scary. But that could have been scary, right? Ugh. Oh, why am I speeding up? Anyway. So rockets up in 10 seconds. I fucking hate myself for this. This is scary. This is a compromisable position where they have absolutely no control, even though they have control. Yeah. I love it. So look where all three of these players are at. They're all doing absolutely nothing. You and Turbine, you're doing absolutely nothing. And I don't mean this in a derogatory way. I just mean like everyone always just says, hey, let's go to Turbine. Let's put bodies in Turbine because that's what we want to do in order to get rockets. But instead, your mindset should be like, how are we going to get these rockets? Not just by having like a lot of people, but where are they going to come from? They're going to come from mid-bridge and they're going to come from red bin. So having three guys out blue bin doing absolutely nothing is scary. You want to have at least one guy go mid-bridge, but you also in Turbine, you sitting in this position does nothing. All you are is a body that's going to die and be useless. And again, not derogatory, it's just, it could be played a lot better. So if you're no shields, like if you're like this weak, you want to sit on one of the sides, basically watching for your team and saying to your team, "Hey, I'm watching this way. You guys watch the other way." By sitting in the middle, you're not telling your team anything. You're saying, "Guys, I'm a body in Turbine." So you can watch your radar jump out this way once they come mid bridge, or sit under red fan and then jump out this way. But because you sit in the middle, it doesn't do anything. But again, you guys, there it is. There it is, the mid-bridge push. So again, you guys have control of blue. You guys have the sneaky that you guys are able to use, while the other team is not. So you guys should get this, but because you guys are in such bad positions, you guys aren't going to be able to get these rockets. You guys might, but still. Yeah. That entire death was because you and your team's fault. Like, you could say, team, why aren't you watching mid-bridge? But at the same time, you could have been watching mid-bridge, and they could have been watching outside for you. So, oh my god, let's just watch this again. This was so important. So again, you get a little bit weak. When you get this weak, and you know they're not directly coming, like they're not chasing you red bend to turbine, you definitely want to go mid-bridge side. You aren't the guy to get rockets. You're the furthest guy up. You are the single most important person on this map right now. You can't do nothing. And that's exactly what you did. Because, I mean, again, I don't want to be derogatory. I don't want to, like, make you guys think that this was like that bad of a play when it wasn't. Like, it's tournament game. It's a tournament game. You don't know where they're gonna come from, but still, this play is like super important. So again, I'd like to see you go out mid bridge here. Like, at least like confirm your team as mid bridge, then go back to red bend. But because you don't, they just come to bridge, they kill you, and you again you could say, team, where are you? But honestly, you could have killed this guy with the SMG. You just jumped out, SMG meleeed, and killed him and won. And then your teammates. Look, one person is outside red. Your teammates would have won that battle super easily. Then you guys would have gotten rockets. So, okay, it's super harsh. Super harsh, like, you know, talking about that, but I have to be harsh, right? Ooh, sniped in the face. So again, good thing that he crouches right here. Crouching here symbolizes I'm not pushing yet. I'm waiting for my team to come off spawn. Because any fight that they get into, they're either going to lose or they win, and it doesn't matter. So again, it's Frank waiting for his team to come off spawn. His teammate comes off spawn, so now he's waiting for them to get into good positions, I hope. I would absolutely be devastated if they sat still for 2 minutes and waited for the next rockets. Because then then the red team's going to use their rockets that they have to get the next set of rockets. There's no way that blue team's going to win, so they have to make a coordinated push here. I'm getting more and more devastated by the second. Probably could have played that better. People will say, oh, he had rockets. I died. He was really far back. You had enough time to respond. You could see he had his rockets out. Again, I'm going to be a little bit harsh because this is a really good, this is a really solid player. But, yeah, I mean, I think that could have been played better. I absolutely hate the idea that that guy's just crouching red SMG as well. What is going on right now? Could you guys not? This is a really bad push coming in from the red team. They're basically like suiciding. Because I guess they want to end the game faster. They're up 8 kills. This is a tournament game, so they probably shouldn't be thinking like that. But, yeah, this is a really bad push coming in from the red team. The Rocky guy gets 2 kills. If that guy doesn't get 2 kills, nice shots by Frank. If that guy doesn't get 2 kills, this push is just demolished. And again, they should be saving these rockets for the next set of rockets. So this is really bad play by Most Wanted. In theory, but again, like, they're up 10 kills. They probably won game 1 bad. They just want to end the game, you know, take whatever break they can. This is at a tournament, so even though you want to beat every team, you also have to think about your next matchup. So this is standard gameplay, like, can't chase, but also forcing the opponent to, like, make good plays. This is still good play from Frank. He's waiting, like, he's parrying with the opponent so that his team can then push in. So they're going to collapse on these guys. They really need to collapse on these guys. I'm going to pause it here. One person is going to spawn red. There he is. So they really need to collapse on these guys and kill them so that they can go back and get their rockets fast. Frank needs to get there to help his team. His team needs to follow him in very fast. 1 dead. Ground pound. Oh! I mean, his teams just went for rockets. Alright. I mean, not bad, I guess. Alright, so now they have blue control. You want to watch the alley for your teammate? Ooh, good shots there. Teammate shouldn't have died, and I don't say teammate shouldn't have died as it's Richie's fault, but that's Frank's fault for not, like, reacting better to that. Again, I don't like to comment too much on stuff like that, but I don't want to, like, let it go as well. I want to make sure that that we're all on the same page, basically. Ooh. I want to make a note of it, so that, like, if you're watching, you can, like, if Frank's watching, he can be like, yeah, I guess I can understand, but also that's not what we're here to talk about. Ooh, took too much damage there. I always talk about, like, I've talked about this throughout multiple games. Taking too much damage from this guy Blue Alley means that if Kyle jumps out to Blue Cat, Frank can't run away. He can't get behind the corner at all.
Sniper rifle in 10 seconds.
So Sniper's coming up soon. Only 4-kill lead. But look, Gary's in that blue plat area. Probably has Shoddy as well, yeah. So Frank's trying to stop people from pushing while also helping out his team. Ooh, no. Run to red. You just have to sprint. Run. Keep running. Don't stop. Oh! Whoo! Does anybody want to point out the very minuscule mistake, but could matter a lot? I mean, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to spot this. But what is this mistake here that almost gets him killed, and would get him killed a couple of times, like probably like 1 out of 5 times, maybe a little bit more.
Sniper rifles on the field.
So let's watch this one more time. So he gets shot, he starts sprinting. He gets shot again, like, what's the mistake here? God, this review is lasting way longer than I wanted it to. It's like a 12-minute game. So Chad says slid up the stairs. No, he didn't slide. And that's why I wanted to talk about this, because he couldn't slide. Man, none of you guys got this? Fuck. So, the mistake he made here is he got shot while starting to sprint. So his sprint got canceled. So he's basically doing that, like, huffing thing where you just, like, start and stop all the time. And in order to, like, start sprinting again, you have to stop moving for a second and then go. No, it's not the direction that he goes. It's just the mistake of, like, he got shot and he hit sprint right here. Or like he gets shot right there or whatever. But he doesn't, like, stop and then restart his sprint. You go a lot faster if you, like, make sure to get full sprint. But because he got shot twice while starting up his sprint, he ended up running a lot slower. Sorry, that was really minuscule. Like, I just wanted to see if you guys, like, noticed that or not. Woo! What about that one? What was the mistake there, guys? I mean, it's not really a mistake, but because he heard the call out blue sneaky, so he looked blue sneaky. But based on, who was it? Rain? No, it wasn't Rain. It was Rammy. Rammy's Truth CTF or Slayer? I think it was Slayer. That we talked about like 3 months ago. Does anybody remember what I talked about in his that is relevant to what just happened right there? Does it? I mean, again, like, this one's gonna be tough. Oh, what was the mistake there? He could have picked off one of those guys. I mean, in layman's terms, I guess yes. Scoped, blocked, bend! woohoo, we're gonna consolidate that into an easier thing, reticule placement, right? So it's not just like, oh, I was checking blue sneaky. In this game, like you have to be able to look at everything. It's not just about like what you are able to shoot, it's what you're able to see as well. And so since his scope blocked blue bin because he wanted to check blue sneaky, he's not able to see these two guys popping out and he's not able to take shots at him. And it's again, like these are small things. Like if his scope didn't block, he would have seen these guys because he heard a call out blue sneaky, but he doesn't check this blue bend area, really. And because of that, he misses free kills. So I'm glad someone is able to pick up on it. Again, like I don't like to talk about like these small mistakes too much because it's not like usually that would never happen. Ooh, nice shot there. Or like I don't know how to describe it, but it's still relevant to the game, and so I want to talk about it. Woo! Gotta get excited about stuff like that.
10 seconds to rocket launcher.
I really
Rocket launchers on the field.
disagree with this. So what do I disagree with here? And this is basically like the final play. So he's red plat sniping with rockets coming up in 15 seconds. In my opinion, you need to be watching mid-bridge in this spot. Your team's all going outside for rockets. Like 1, 2, and 3. So there's no use to go outside red bend. You're going to be useless. So you need to go into red nest sniping and look mid-bridge. Basically just watch mid-bridge. And so your team's going to win the turbine fight, which they do for the most part. But because Troy goes bottom mid to mid-bridge, or bottom mid to turbine, which you could fight with your SMG going red nest to mid-bridge and shooting that guy. But instead you're just like out here sniping, which is normally a good thing, but it just depends on the situation, right? And so now you're just like doing nothing or trying to like barely hit people because they're just like sneaking through. But you get the kill and now you're running away. So it's like, it's not that bad, but it's still like, maybe like, fuck. Oh my god! It's like you're hitting these nice snipes, but they're just not mattering at all. And it's not your fault that they're not mattering. It's just like, it's just a terrible position to be in. Hit it. Oh, it hit the body. Teammate cleans it up. Yellow dodges the rocket, but Richie's in pit for some reason. Why is Kyle shooting dead bodies? And that's just the game. So, wasn't bad. Like again, like a 14 and 8 gameplay versus Most Wanted, very strong. Of course, you saw a lot of the things that he was doing, but there was a lot of mistakes as well that just weren't like very obvious. If you guys have any questions, by the way, ask him now. I'm gonna try and get the second game loaded up as fast as possible. Sorry that one lasted a lot longer than I wanted it to. I want to get through these gameplays faster because people have been asking for that, but I didn't notice that this was an 11-minute long gameplay of a 50 to 44. I thought this would be a lot faster. So I took it a little bit slower to work with that, but no, it ends up being like a 35-minute review anyway. So if you guys have any questions about that before I wrap it up, also I'm looking into downloading some gameplays really quick from Fox Killer. Alright, definitely taking the Fathom flag. How do you judge your own gameplay by yourself without being unbiased? I've talked about this on stream before where I don't think it's easy to go over your own gameplay and be unbiased, because when you look at things, you look at your intent rather than what you should have been doing. So I mean, you can look over your own gameplay and you can look at like the mistakes and things will be obvious to you, but it's really hard to just be able to like look at it and talk about it because again, you judge based off your intent instead. Alright, so no more questions about that. So that's it for gameplay number 1. We're going to get into gameplay number 2 here momentarily.